There, welcome back to my channel. Papa Dragons here. And yes, I know this is my third video on KNACK in a row. But I'm just trying to finish up the game as quickly as possible. So yeah, let's continue the game and try and finish it off. And I should be in the final chapter, judging by the research I've done online. And also if memory serves me from my last playthrough. But I gotta tell you, if Asmongold, if he does get channel called Jacob Weedy or whatever his channel name is, if his chat and Asmon do get his channel reported and banned, I swear I will have everything in me that Asmon rightfully pays for that. I know it's none of my business, but still. Like, I know it's none of my business, but still, that's not right. Like, he literally told his chat to go, oh, yeah, this guy, go report his channel for me, because he disagreed with me once about a topic that I had no clue about. That's literally Asmon's words right there. That's literally what Asmon said. And people think that he's supposed to have, like, and trust me, he looks like the kind of guy that you would think that hygiene is some kind of rare drop in the league. And he thinks his points are still valid after that. If he's the kind of guy that thinks hygiene is some kind of rare drop. Like, and he somehow thinks his points are supposed to be valid. I don't see how. Yeah, I already seen this in my last video. I'm just gonna skip past these cutscenes. And if you want to see those cutscenes, just watch my last video on it, on the game, because I'm just trying to get to the sequel already. But yeah, that body paint challenge that is for some reason so popular. Yeah, that is literally illegal. That is public indecency. That is sexual harassment. And also, if there's any children around, that's exposing themselves in front of a minor. And mind you, that most of those people are in America, and those are American laws, mind you. So yeah, they are literally committing crimes here. At least 3 different crimes. Public indecency, sexual harassment, and if there's any children around, exposing themselves in front of a minor. That is literally 3 crimes right there. Those people deserve everything coming to them at that point. That little bit of damage I just took. Well, that's a big piece of damage by now. Wait, actually, that robot took it out this time? Thank you, robot. I never thought I would say that. I never thought I would say something nice about Victor or his group. But here we are. Hey, thank you for helping me with the Sun Crystal while taking significantly less damage, or at least potential damage anyways. So thank you for that, robot. Well, goal is what I should be saying. So, yeah, I was getting kind of confused because I thought that was a place I couldn't go any further with, you know? It's kind of weird how this game's final villain is supposed to be, you know, a giant eyeball, basically. That's basically the end-game villain by now. Oh, I thought I got sent back way further than that. I thought I got sent back way further, like significantly further back. So, I guess these enemies are still pretty weak, even though they're supposed to be the bigger enemies, which are meant to have more health and more, you know, attack power and more defense. I guess they aren't as strong as what I thought they would be. So, yeah. But I can't wait to get to the second game already. Oh god. It's one of those things I gotta run away from. Because if I get in that flight, then I lose relics, which causes me to lose more health. So, that's not a good sign either way. Especially considering I die more easily the less relics I have. So that's not a good sign if I lose relics. Oh man, I died. Well, at least I can actually, you know, get more sun crystals, which is a good thing from death in this game, I guess. Because it still keeps your charge of sun crystals from before you die, so that's a good sign, I guess. Like, I guess that's a good part of death in this game, is that it keeps your sun crystal charge while also refilling sun crystals from your respawn point. You know? Like, at least that's a good sign that you can get from death. Yeah, exactly. You know, managed to defeat that goal. Oh god, now I gotta run 3 of them. Wait, not supposed to run? Oh. Yeah, I gotta, you know, use the evade strategy there. You know, because it makes the most sense. Please ignore that. Please. Please ignore how I just died like a fool. Like, I don't want to have that kind of embarrassment on my name. Yeah, more sun crystals, yay! Yay, sun crystals! Wow, 1 sun crystal charge takes out 2 golems, 2 big golems, mind you, which are supposed to be the harder to take out golems. So yeah, like, that's not meant to be easy if you have enough sun crystal charge.
That'll do.
So I have a new form, I guess, if you can count that as a new form. Well, I don't see a secondary health bar that other forms show, so I'm assuming that's not some kind of new form or something. or at least a typical new form anyways. Like, it still shows some level of differentiation. I'm gonna turn off. Back. But hey, at least I can actually, gain more health from the forms that I have in this game. At least that's a plus. Meaning I can take like 1 or 2 more hits. Depending on how much of form health I have left, I guess that's a major plus. Because, how 1 or 2 more hits can drastically alter the shape of how an outcome is determined in gaming. Like, even in real life fights, how many hits you can take also determines that, too. Like, whether it be real life or in a game, like, how many hits you can take, before dying, that determines the outcome of a fight. Of said fight, Wow, that was easy. And it held it up like it was supposed to be a harder fight. Like a mini boss of sorts. Like a fight, but not a more difficult fight, but not a full-on boss fight, what I'm trying to say here. Basically just a mini boss fight. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Well, at least I can actually say I got past that. Yeah, I had to die for the greater good, for my health and sanity. Jesus Christ. How hard are those things supposed to be if they deal that much damage? Especially since this is the final chapter of the game. Like, this is supposed to be the final chapter. And yet, I still take a crap ton of damage. Like, there's no way that it's not supposed to be this hard since I'm a smaller KNACK. And yes, how much damage I deal is also determined by how much health I have. So, yeah, just pay attention to how much health I have to see how much damage I would do. Just pay attention to that. Like, I mean total health. I don't mean like, how much health I have at that time. I mean total health. So I guess that makes it more easy, I guess. I guess I'm learning their attack pattern better, I guess. So I guess I gotta retry this for I don't even know how many times until I get it right. So, jump, and then attack, dodge, and attack. So, I guess that's more of a bob and weave kind of enemy at this point. I'm guessing anyways. You know, so, yeah. But like, I hate the body paint challenge. It is just, you know, let's see how many sexual crimes we can get away with. That is literally all that challenge is seeing how many sexual related crimes you can get away with. That is literally all that challenge is. And there's no saying anything different about it. You know, like that's all it's saying. And there's no way you can say anything different. I mean, come on. Look at whenever Natalie Reynolds did that. She literally just wore a piece of underwear on the lower half of her body, walked into a gym, and started grinding on everybody. And people are supposed to think that's somehow okay? Heck, even her staff said to go grind up on people. And somehow somehow she thought people would think that, oh, she's sane, she's stable-minded, you know, all that bullcrap whenever she clearly isn't. She's just doing everything just for the sake of clicks and views. That's literally how, like, most of the internet can be summed up as these days. It's like doing stuff for clicks and views. That's literally how most of the internet can be summed up as. Like, and I'm not joking either. Just look at how many people post, like, all this stuff that's meant to get on your nerves. Yeah, you think that people aren't doing it just to get on you, just to get cheap clicks and views and likes and whatever?
This may indeed be the end of the world. The transformation has already begun.
Can we stop it?
That giant orb seems to be at the center of the disturbance. Take it out, maybe everything will return to normal.
Giant orb. Got it.
KNACK! Good luck.
Not to worry, Doctor. As you always say, I'm your greatest creation.
Yeah, and judging by, you know, how much stuff he's already lived through, yeah, he's more than likely gonna cause the saving of the world, judging by how much other stuff he's already survived. And mind you, I'm talking about KNACK here. I'm not talking about any other character because, well, they're basically useless. As going underwater without an oxygen tank. They're basically as useless as that. No, deep underwater. Like, not like in the shallow end of the pool or whatever. I mean, like, deep into the ocean, tons of water. Like that. Like, they're as useless as going down there without any sort of oxygen. Like, KNACK is the only one doing anything. And somehow, the human characters are supposed to be useful somehow. While I'm the only one doing any sort of work here. Like, they aren't doing anything besides meaningless research. Wait, was that what I was supposed to do? Is use a special sunstone charge on those things? And I could have easily done that on the ones I was running from earlier. So, thanks a lot for telling me that, game. Thanks a lot for telling me that sooner. Like, I couldn't have used that kind of information like minutes ago whenever I died and died and died to them instead of, instantly dying. Like, I could have easily used that kind of important information, like, whenever I face those enemies, instead of just, letting them kill me. Wait, am I supposed to go down here or something? Wait, never mind. Wow, those things can kill me in 2 hits. Yeah. Well, at least I can actually get past them relatively easily. Considering they die in 1 hit. Just the thing is that their speed. That's the only thing hindering me. Is the speed that they got. Like, that's the only thing that really makes them a challenge. Is how much speed they got compared to KNACK. Like, that's the only thing that truly gives those kinds of enemies challenge. Like, it's not relatively their attack power that's the problem. Depending on your size, it's the speed at which they go. Like, if you... Like, and any gamer knows, speed is relative to how much attack power... Like, it basically goes hand in hand with attack power, Like, speed, you can't really have attack power without speed, So, yeah, they basically go hand in hand. Like, you can't really have one without the other, just like you can't have attack without defense. Like, speed, defense, and attack go hand in hand. Speed, defense, and attack. They all go hand in hand. You can't really have one. You can't have one or two without the other. Without the others or other. That's just kind of how it works. Think of it like stats on a Pokemon. Like the more attack, defense, and speed that the Pokemon has, the more useful it becomes. You see what I'm trying to say here now? Like, at that point, like, you can't really have a good character without attack, defense, and a good attack power, a good defense, and a good speed. Like, that's kind of how it works there. Like, that's kind of like how I feel about KNACK. Like, he's powerful, but, more on the slower end, the bigger he gets. And also, his defense is pretty weak. Like, he can't really defend himself from much. Unless if, a smaller enemy. Like an enormously smaller enemy. That's the only thing he can really defend himself from. But I do like KNACK as a character still. Wow, I literally took out that enemy, no problem. And I didn't even lose any health either. So, yeah. And it looked to be very intimidating. The way that they made it out to seem. But it's not that difficult to think about it like that. Like, most enemies in this game can take, except for the bosses, can be taken out in like 3 hits at max. that's how weak the enemies in this game are. They can usually be taken out in like 3 hits. Like, and the enemies are supposed to be difficult at that point. Like, I get that they can still do a crap ton of damage, but still, that doesn't change the fact that they have really low defensive power.
That'll work.
Wait, so I can change the landscape? I can change the landscape. Yeah, like that isn't busted. I mean, come on, why couldn't I do that before with some kind of, with the parkour segments if I can literally change entire segments to the area with the relics I have? Why couldn't I do that beforehand? Unless if it's with these specific kinds of relics. You know? Which would make even less sense considering that they're just bigger relics. Like, that just makes little to no sense how only the big relics are able to change the landscape. That would just make little to no sense. Darn it. Yeah, I suck at parkour, if you can tell, judging by my previous videos. So yeah. Like, and I mean for any series, not just for KNACK. Like, I just really suck at parkour because, not because I suck at jumping or anything, it's because I don't really have that well of hand-eye coordination, you know? Oh, so I can reshape the landscape and continue to be big. Like, that isn't a completely busted ability. I mean, come on. Like, how is that supposed to be fair for the enemies? Like, I get... Like, I get that it's for the greater good of the world, but still, I want it to be a fair fight, you know? Instead of saying, oh, I have all these godlike abilities. Hiya! You know? Or something stupid like that. I just want it to be a fair fight in any game. And not just going hiya at everything and instantly winning. Like, I just want it to be a fair fight. Like, on an equal and unbiased playing field. You know? Where, like, I feel like I'm not cheating the fight. Like, come on. I do want equality, you know? And that is a big part of it. Having an equal and level playing field. Like, even in fictional worlds, I still want that kind of stuff. Like, it just doesn't feel right to, you know, give myself an unfair advantage in real life or in a game. Because, well, judging by how society works with attractiveness standards, yeah, there's obviously going to be an unfair advantage there, so, and looking at me, yeah, there's going to be an unfair advantage in that with me. And I don't mean the good kind of unfair advantage on my end. mean, come on. How do you think a lot of these big name streamers got into being as big as what they were? I mean, come on, that's kind of obvious. Their attractiveness level has to be some kind of part of that, you know? Their attractiveness and how they appear on camera has to be a part, like a massive part of how they became popular. You know, yeah, I personally don't see that with a lot of streamers, considering they have that Down syndrome face, and somehow people still call them attractive at that point. Don't get me wrong, I ain't saying that people with Down syndrome could be ugly or whatever. I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying, they're, it's just stupid how people find the most random of things attractive. Wait, I can punch that? Well, if I knew that sooner, I wouldn't have jumped into the fire. I was just trying to deal some damage, you know? I was just trying to deal some damage. Like I would have not tried to avoid it at that point in the last run. I wish I had some sun crystal charges. Then I would actually have more of a fighting chance, you know? I just wish I had some sun crystal charges. That would give me more of a fighting chance, you know? I just want to have a fair fight, you know? And that can only be really given to me with sun crystal charges. Considering this is, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like the final boss or something. Yeah. Just ignore the fact that I'm more than likely going to be dying a lot. I still got to go through the trial and error phase. Just ignore any points that I died. I still gotta go through a bunch of trial and error. Hey, at least I'm actually doing some decent damage here. Where did he go? Wait, did I get past the first phase already? Yeah, that just screams final boss. That just screams final boss at that point. Wait, I gotta check and see if there's any relics down here. Darn it, there's not. Okay, at least I'm doing some decent damage. At least I can actually do some decent damage, considering these attacks seem to be a lot. Done. Well, at least I more than likely won't have to restart from Yeah, I won't have to restart from the first phase. That's a good thing. At least that's something, that I won't have to restart from the first phase, you know? That's something good. But like, something that I hate is how, a lot of these big streamers out there, they only really got to the position that they're in. Like, a lot of these big name streamers, they only really got there because of their looks for a lot of them. Like, there's just no way that they, you know, got to that position just because they're entertaining for some reason. There's just no way of that. Most of them literally only got there because of their looks. There's just no way that they got there because that their content is, you know, somehow entertaining. Like, and I'm not talking about all streamers here. I'm talking about most of the big streamers, you know? Like, there's just no way that they got there solely because people enjoy their content. No, they just want to thirst over some random person that they don't even know. And this goes for both genders, mind you. They just want to thirst. They just want to thirst over some random person that they don't even know, that will never give them any sort of attention, and just crap like that. Like, they just want to thirst over somebody and be a tier 3 simp. That's why I don't stream on Twitch, because I don't want to be associated with that kind of crowd. You know? Like, I don't want to be associated with those kinds of people that think that they're all big and pretentious just because they have a tiny bit of attractiveness. That's literally the only reason that they're in that position. I mean, come on, look at a large majority, if not all of the major female Twitch streamers. I mean, come on, look at that, for example. They're only there because they're attractive, you know? They're only in that position because they're attractive. Not because they're good at games, not because they're good at conveying a message, you know, nothing like that. They're just there because they're attractive. Or at least attractive to some people anyways. The same could be said for a lot of the bigger name male streamers too, which I'm not gay or anything, but I can see how people would find them attractive, you know? Like, I'm not gay or anything or that or whatever, but I can see how people would find them attractive. Is this the final boss? I thought that last golem was the final boss. Oh, it's back. Oh. Well, now it's got on me. God, now I'm smaller. Why does this feel like a repeat of the second game's final boss? Like, you'll see what I mean whenever I get to that. Like, it just feels like a repeat of the second game's final boss. But you'll see what I mean whenever I get to it. Except in the second game, there's actually a regen feature. Like, which is something that I'm very grateful of that they actually implemented. Like, sure, it may make the game easier, but, you know, there's actually good aspects to a regen feature, you know? Because there was none that you could really have in this game without collecting more relics. was really no regen feature in this game without collecting more relics. Wait, am I gonna have to restart the entire fight every time I die? Oh god, that's gonna suck. Wait, I'm already like 40 minutes in. How does that make sense? I thought I only played for like 20 minutes. Like, I didn't think I was playing for this long. Like, this doesn't make sense. Now I'm on an even bigger time crunch than what I normally am. Considering I already have a shortened amount of time, you know? Like, I already have short time. And now it's even shorter. Like it was already short for, like, 2 reasons already. But now it's even shorter, because now I only have, like, 20 minutes left. Now even less than that, considering I just got through this entire conversation. Well, at least I got past that, without taking any damage that time. Good God, I need some sun crystals. There haven't even been any this chapter from what I can remember. Wait, I can't touch the guy? I can't even touch him? That sucks. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to restart the fight again. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to probably save. Like, if I die on this run, I'm gonna save the final boss for the next video, which I am gonna immediately start recording after this video gets done if I die. So yeah, be sure to look out for that. So yeah. At least I'm learning some of the attack patterns now. You know? So that's a good thing. Yeah, I probably could have dodged that. And that. Now I'm extremely low. And I die. Well, I'm going to end the video here. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. So see you then. Bye-bye.